Are your church council meetings worth your time? Are they harmonious, happy, productive, and short? Great. Skip this video. If they aren't all that, stick around, and I'll tell you how to improve them. Welcome to Coffee with Coach. I have 3 goals for these videos: to help you become a better church leader, to save you time and money, to help educate, energize, and motivate you to energize and motivate your church. The problem is most church council meetings are a terrible waste of time. They start late, they go on all night long, people are tired, they're grumpy. Oftentimes people don't make the accurate reports. Some people come to be negative. Some people just come to vote no and say don't spend money. So here are 6 essential rules for creating and running a good church council meeting. First, structure your council so that there are no at-large members. I know, sometimes those old people have been in the church for 300 years and they think, church can't get along without me. They don't have a chairmanship, they're not involved in anything, they don't lead anything, but they're going to show up at church council and they're going to vote no because they're sure that anything that you want to do that's new and innovative and might attract new people will not be to their liking. Eliminate at-large members, all of them. The only way you get on the church council is you're in charge of something. You're a chairman, you lead a task force, you lead a board or agency, you lead a school. You are in charge of something, and so you have portfolio. You sit on the church council because we need your vote. Get rid of everybody who isn't leading. Second, meet with the chairperson a couple days before the meeting. You're going to do this over lunch maybe or over coffee. Even when I had people who met downtown, I would go downtown, park in the parking structure. We would meet at a restaurant nearby their work, and we would have lunch together. I pay for lunch. It's church business. We sit down and we look over the entire agenda. We agree on everything. We agree on all of the agenda points. We agree on the desired outcome of any votes that we might be taking. We carefully write down the question so that it can be voted exactly. The wording is exactly what we want. Now, it can be amended, but we go in with positive wording for everything we're going to vote on. And we decide who's going to make every presentation and in what order. What things do we want to come early? What things do we not mind if they come late? So we agreed on all of that several days before the meeting so that there's a chance to get everything printed. The agenda goes out to everyone ahead of time, which is point number 3. Mail out the agenda to everyone who must attend and any that you hope might attend. Include the start and end times. You want to start at 7 o'clock? Put down, we start at 7 o'clock. You want to end at 8:30? We end at 8:30. If there's stuff left over, you leave it to the next meeting. Eventually, everyone will get used to this. There's going to be a start time and a close time. We're going to start on time. Don't wait until 5 or 10 minutes because Beulah isn't here yet. If you start at 7 o'clock and Beulah gets there at 7:10, Beulah will have missed 10 minutes. She'll be on time next time. Include a name for each presentation. In other words, if we're going to vote on the new gate to go in the front of the church and Sam is in charge of the trustees, it says new gate proposal, Sam. Sam gets the agenda ahead of time and goes, oh shoot, I've got to have that proposal. So Sam gets on top of the ball. He's ready to make his presentation. Put a name behind every presentation. And then include the written question to be voted on. It's always a question. Make sure the wording is exactly what you want, but make it a positive statement. Don't make negative votes. Number 4, open and close with prayer. Always. Can't tell you how many times I've gone to a church and they've just started the meeting. And I've gotten maybe 2 or 3 minutes into it and I said, I'm sorry, could we open our meeting with prayer? You're a church. You're doing everything to the honor and glory of God. Make sure that you have a prayer at the beginning that lays out for God that you are there for God and lays out for God the desired outcomes that you hope will take place during the course of the meeting. That everyone will be civil, that we will do things that honor and glorify God, that we will do things which build this church, that build the community, that take care of God's people. Pray whatever you want to pray, but pray it at the beginning and say, God, we are coming to you because this is what we hope will happen in the course of our meeting. Take it to God. 5, this is critical, and I know too many pastors that fail this. 5, never take a vote that you are not sure will get a 90% result. I know too many churches that have taken votes that are really, really close. The pastor goes in, he's not worried if it's even going to pass. We're going to get 51 to 49. I think I've got the 51%. I think we're going to get it. You take a 51-49 vote, you have just upset 49% of your church. That's almost half. Do you want almost half of the people in church to be upset with you? No, you don't want that. So if you are not sure that you're going to get 90%, then you say to the council, I don't think we're ready to vote on this. Let's take another 30 days. You might think, well, we can't wait 30 days. It has to be voted on now. If it's critical, it has to be voted on now, and you've only got 50%, I still think you should wait. Now, that's my tendency. I took a number of votes when I was early in my career that were 50-49, and I paid for it every single time. Then I learned I could take some time. I could talk between meetings. I could win over some people that were against it. I could listen to their concerns. I could say, oh, that's a great point. I hadn't thought about that. We can fix that. You know, if you listen to people and you fix the things that they're upset with, they will vote for you when you come around. It might take a month. It might take 2. But you take a vote when you're sure you're going to get 90%. These are especially true in big things. When you get that 90%, everybody goes like, yeah, now we've got what we want. And everybody is happy. The 10%, well, they know that they're just 10%. And you go on. Which brings me to point number 6. Remind people this is a team decision. Once we vote and walk out, we are all agreed that this is our collective decision. There are no winners and losers. We all just made a decision. There is no backstabbing in the parking lot. There is no go whining off to somebody else and try to get things changed. We just took a vote, and it was 90%. We are all going to abide by this vote. This is part of what we do. And then you close with prayer. Just like I said, open and close with prayer. You close with prayer. You thank God for leading you to this decision. You thank God for helping you to have a good meeting that is over early. You thank God for all the good things that your people have brought, their strengths, their wisdom. You thank God, and then you move on. So 6 things to make your council meetings more fun, better, shorter, stronger. Do those things, and I'll bet things will improve in your whole church. That's it for this week. If you find these videos helpful, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. And if you have questions or comments, please consider adding them below or email me at steve@revstevep.com. Next week, I'm going to talk about when you should advertise. Also, I want to plug 2 Lenten podcasts I've put up recently. If you have a podcast site that you normally go to, these are posted on Apple and Google Podcasts, on Spotify and iHeart. Up now for Lent is A Talk with Peter, which is a daily reading from Mark, and Walk with Jesus, a weekly Lenten reading that goes through Holy Week. We look at all the events of Holy Week. Also, I'm still working on Caffeinated Pulpit. I hope to have that podcast coming up soon. That's it for this week. Have a great week. Keep moving toward Easter. We'll see you next time.